Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and choosing to listen to this message for today. My name is Kimberly, and this is from Loved Ones Tarot. I want you to go ahead and look at these two cards before you. You have the Temperance in reverse and the Ten of Swords. Now, these two cards represent the energy that may exist within your heart, mind, body, and spirit for the month of January 2025, as well as for the first week of February 2025. And these two cards as well are a good indicator for what this reading will be about. So if you can connect to these two cards, then this reading is for you. So please keep watching. Now, when I look at these two cards, for January, I do see some emotional instability within your energy. And this emotional instability stems from a lack of vision of how to see your way out of a dark place. And this dark place revolves around some painful emotions, some painful experiences, some painful memories that you're unable to heal from or to move on from. And now you find yourself in January lacking some optimism, lacking some positivity, perhaps lacking some faith. And again, if you have connected to these two cards and the description of the energy, then this reading is for you, so please keep watching. If you're not quite sure, then please keep watching so that I can help clear things up for you. In your emotional state, so how are you feeling in January? You have the Queen of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. I see a desire for you to work on your personal goals and being able to make decisions without being emotionally overwhelmed. I see a desire to be able to communicate what it is that you want and need, the clear mind. And moving on to your mental state and what you're thinking about in January, you have the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands, all in reverse. Okay, so for you, despite in your heart a desire for more positive things to happen for yourself, your mind is where there is a mental blockage, some lowered energy, and some negative thinking. And this is what is preventing you from getting out of this dark space and healing yourself. It looks like you lack a vision for your future, almost as if you're telling yourself, what's the point? It's not worth it. It's not going to work out anyway. I'm not going to get what I want. So why should I even try? And if you had tried in the past and it failed, some of y'all believe that it's just going to fail again, whatever it is that you're attempting to do, whether this be a relationship or a personal goal. Now, in your intentions, what you want people to see and believe about you, you have the King of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. It looks like you want people to stay calm, that even if you're in a dark space, it doesn't mean that you're not able to get yourself out of it, or that the dark space that you're in is not going to negatively impact them. So you want others to remain calm and confident that everything's going to be okay, and that if you do have some indecisiveness, if you're feeling stuck and unable to move forward and make a decision, you want other people in your life to believe that that will not make or break the relationship, and it will not make or break your family. And what people can notice about you based upon your actions in your day-to-day life. You have the Knight of Swords, the Star, and the Fool, and they're both in reverse. It looks like people can notice about you is that you live your life going forward without an inner compass, without any true self-confidence or faith or optimism. And in their opinion, they may believe that you are quite careless or reckless with how you live your life. Now, that is not for everyone, but that is for some of y'all. And in the situation that needs to be addressed, according to your loved ones on the other side, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Star. So for January, you may have experienced a missed opportunity for a positive change in your life. And this could be regarding your job. You may have lost a promotion, or you may have lost your job. It could be that you're now in debt, but not necessarily. It's just that I do see you had an opportunity for a positive change in your life, and now you missed it or you failed to see it. Because of the Wheel of Fortune, it does look like you just ran in some it does look like you ran into some bad luck. It looks like external forces had some influence into your life. More than likely, the situation was out of your control. Now you're needing some hope or faith that everything will work out. So what can help you regain that faith, regain that inner compass, and trusting yourself and trusting the universe? These two cards represent the energy that you need more of going into this situation and for January. Your loved ones on the other side want you to move past the mistakes that you've made regarding your responsibilities or your finances. If you have been refusing to work on your personal goals, if you have been refusing to figure out solutions, if you have been refusing to help out your family or your relationships that are affected by your decision making, your loved ones on the other side are telling you to start moving forward away from this place of complacency. Remember, in your mind, there is this mentality of, why should I try if it won't even work? Your loved ones on the other side just want you to try again and again, because this state of complacency will keep you exactly where you're at. You will forever be where you're at, in a dark space, trapped by your negative emotions, if you don't at least make one goal and set out to achieve that goal. It's one step at a time, one goal at a time, and you get to decide the goals. Your loved ones on the other side just want you to get up and move. And in the energy that you need less of going into this situation and going into January, you have the Fool in reverse and the Six of Cups. So for some of y'all, your loved ones on the other side, I notice that you have the Fool in reverse and what people can notice about you. And remember, I said they notice that you're being careless with how you live your life. Your loved ones on the other side not only want you to be less careless with how you live your life, they want you to be less careless in how you manage your household, in particular if you have children, because your children are being negatively impacted by your decisions or your lack of decision making. And despite your good intentions of you wanting everyone to stay calm and wanting them to believe that how you're doing is not going to make or break the family, your loved ones on the other side are saying, yes, it will make or break your family. What you're doing and how you're feeling will impact them, no matter if you choose to do something or choose not to do something. You have the power to make sure that your family is impacted in a positive way. So do not be careless with the management of your household, of your family, and of your children, because they are affected by everything that you do. And I know you are aware of that, but maybe you just needed a reminder. So moving on to the most likely outcome in the near future of this situation in January, you have the Six of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Lovers, and they're all in reverse. So for some of y'all, you may refuse to change your lifestyle or how you're living or how you're behaving. It could be due to your ego or not wanting to listen to other people. Or you may just let the negative thoughts in your head get the best of you, and therefore you can't even start a new journey of self-transformation, of healing, of going in a positive direction. And as a result, you may be at risk of breaking promises or prior commitments to someone that you love. And this looks like, the near future looks like it could happen in the first week. This is the weekly outlook. It looks like it could happen in the first week of January, or in the first week of February, but I'll see as we go along. And if you still need more clarity from your loved ones on the other side about the situation or about January or your life in general, this section is your words of advice. You have advice 1, 2, and 3. You may relate to 1 or 2 or all or none, and that's okay. But I do hope that you can connect and relate to at least one of them. So advice number 1, you have the Magician in reverse, the 4 of Cups in reverse, and the 8 of Cups. So it looks like for some of y'all, if you don't recognize the blessings that are already in your life, no matter how small those blessings may be, and if you don't get up and leave towards finding what it is that will make you happy. If you know your life now is not working for you, whether that be your environment, your career, or your relationships, your loved ones on the other side want you to try to find a way to distance yourself so that you can gain some more perspective and understanding on what it is that you truly want and need in your life. Advice number 2, you have the World, the 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. For some of y'all who are wanting that validation, you will reach a level of achievement that includes some type of healing, some type of personal goals, and more connection in your relationship. So a happy family, a happy household. If and when an opportunity comes your way, if you accept any opportunity that comes your way for personal development, personal growth, self-transformation, if it comes your way, you cannot reject it or deny it. You can only get up and try. That is the only way for you to reach a level of happiness, stability, and healing for this new year. And for advice number 3, you have the Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 9 of Wands. So for some of y'all, your loved ones on the other side want you to know that you have to be like the Page of Pentacles. You have to regain some self-confidence that things can work out. That things can work out for the better. That you can take one of these coins, one of these fallen coins within this family, because the 10 of Pentacles in reverse represents a family with financial instability, disharmony, conflict, unhappiness. You have to have the faith and the confidence to believe that you can take one of these coins and you can flip it around for you to use. You can flip it around in your favor. Essentially, your loved ones on the other side are just saying, please don't give up, because you're almost there. If you could only change that mindset that nothing will ever work, if you can have that faith that you can at least take one of these fallen coins and turn it into something positive, you are on your way. You will be on your way to self-transformation and healing. In your weekly outlook, you have the first week of January, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Okay. And in your weekly outlook, you have the first week of January, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the first week of February. And for the first week of January, you have the Lovers in reverse and the Knight of Cups. It looks like you may have a spark of inspiration to try new things, or to try again to connect to other people in a more positive way. But you may be misaligned or misguided, and it doesn't hit the mark. Other people may misunderstand you. Or you could be chasing after things that are not related to the promises or vows or commitments that you had prior. And in the second week of January, you have the 4 of Wands and the Justice in reverse. You may put in more effort to make everyone feel at ease or more comfortable. And it takes a lot of energy from you. It takes a lot of effort. So in a way, it's almost as if you're hiding how you really feel. You're not being as honest as you should be. And for the third week of January, you had the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So for some of y'all, it looks like you refuse to put in that inner work. So remember in your advice number one, your loved ones on the other side want you to create some distance within your relationships or within your environment, just so that you can gain some more perspective on how you really feel and what you really need in your life. It looks like in the third week of January, you're going to refuse to create that distance or space. You're going to let your anxiety or fear of losing what you value most get the best of you. And in the fourth week of January, you have the Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands. You're going to feel okay with losing an argument or coming to a compromise that may or may not be so favorable for you, because you just want to move on past any setbacks or failures. And for the first week of February, you have the Tower in reverse and the Tower. Essentially, I think for you, remember how I said in the fourth week of January, some of you may find yourself agreeing to things you don't want to just because you want to move on. You avoid one unexpected change only to gain another unexpected change to happen to you. But just know when you have the Tower that these changes will be necessary for you. So it looks like in the fourth week of January, you may have delayed some type of necessary change, but in the first week of February, the universe is going to move you forward in the direction that you need it to be in. And moving on to your word of encouragement from your loved ones on the other side, you have the Devil in reverse, the Justice, and the Page of Cups. Your loved ones on the other side want you to know you can either free yourself from the dark place that you're in and begin your journey of healing and self-transformation, or you can continue to make other people happy, make them feel comfortable by you smiling and pretending that everything is okay. But you can't choose both options, so you're going to have to pick one. So pick the one that you can be at peace with, that you can be happy with. And if you have gained any clarity from this reading, please subscribe if you have not, or just keep on coming back. And take care to all my Cancers.